Here I am, early Tuesday morning, with all my gear. I got some in the trunk too. And it's time to get rid of this stuff. I am very eager to get rid of this. This is going to clean out a lot of room in the garage, a lot of less hassle to have to deal with around the house and stuff, so it's really awesome. I'm a little nervous because this is probably the second biggest thing I got to do while clearing. You know, this is a good stress reliever, getting rid of all this equipment. I'm sure some of it will get kicked back, and I'll have to re-clean it. And I'm missing a few things. Not real big things, but there's a couple things I'm missing. It'll all get taken care of, and there'll be one less thing to do. One step closer towards me out of the Army. So now I just hang out and wait for them to open up, and then try to lug all this junk on in there. Alright, here we go. I got my cart full of equipment here. Go inside and turn the stuff in. It's almost like reverse shopping. I don't think I've ever loaded up a basket before and turned stuff in. Well, finished with a turn-in. Of course, everything didn't get accepted, which I knew was going to happen anyways. So there's a few things I still need to clean up. There's a few things where I have to like kind of either black out my name or scrub it off on certain other items. But it's definitely a lot smaller of a load compared to what I had this morning. This morning I had like 3 huge duffel bags and a big-ass rucksack, and then a couple of miscellaneous stuff that I didn't have room for in the other bags, so I had like hand carry. But now it's just down to 2 light bags of stuff I got to do some touch-up work on too, or like I said, black out my name, so not too bad. So another day I'll have to go back and once that stuff's all fixed and everything, and try to turn that stuff in. Oh yeah, and once again I got to give props to the wifey on helping me out and cleaning my gear and everything, because I think without her, I think my my kickback stuff for having to get re-cleaned would be a lot larger than what I had now. In fact, now that I think about it, I think everything I got kicked back was stuff that I cleaned. So now I'm going to go up to the hospital. Up there you have to clear TRICARE, which TRICARE is the medical provider that you go through when you're in the military for you and your family. So you got to go up there, and I'm assuming you basically just pretty much put yourself on the roster of saying you're getting out of the Army. Now I think my family gets, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how much my family gets. I think for a year more of TRICARE or 6 months. I'm not really sure. I'm sure that's probably one of the things I'll probably find out. And then I believe since I'm a veteran, I get 5 years still though. But I'll probably be able to tell you after I come out of there, because I'm sure that's some of the stuff I'll find out from there. At this hospital, it's always really hard to find a parking space. And then people do like this guy is doing in front of me, and they'll go really super slow, just waiting for someone to like, you know, pull out and take their park, you know, so they can take their parking spot. But at the same time, there's spaces on the other side of the lane that are opening up, and you can't get to them in time because this guy's going so dang slow. I hate this parking lot. Well, I didn't find out how long I'm covered for. I guess I find that out later at a different station, actually towards the end. But at the minimum, I'm pretty sure I'm still at least covered until my actual ETS date in March. So I don't hardly ever get sick though, but still gotta take care of the family.
I'd highly encourage at least doing a year. Like I said, you're keeping all your benefits going. Picking up some extra education on top of what you're going to get from your GI Bill. Okay. And plus your medical benefits, your dental benefits, come back in years to have access to the PX, commissary, everything else. Okay, you're not giving up anything other than you're just going to wear the uniform 1 week in a month instead of every day. For the healthcare program, our benefit is finding a civilian company.
Well, I pretty much knew it was going to be like that. They were going to sit there and try to talk me into the reserves and give you the whole spiel about how you got to look after your family and everything. And it's kind of one of those situations where I just want to kind of be able to do it on my own. I don't want to have to deal with the military anymore and all that kind of stuff. So, stuff to come back tomorrow and give them a decision. They make you basically wait on it for a day and think about it. But the answer's still going to probably be no. Actually, it is going to be no. It's one of those things where you almost want to feel like be a nice guy and say, okay, sure, I'll do another year in the reserves, but this is not for me. And the other thing that kind of makes it tough too is like you get a lot of people talking to you, telling you, oh, you did 10 years, you know, it's just going to waste if you don't, you know, do another 10 and, you know, retire out of the Army. And maybe, yeah, in certain cases, yeah, it would be. But in my personal case, you know, I'm just kind of sick of the way things go, and I want a change of lifestyle, and I want to be able to do things differently. And there's so much stuff, you know, that I want to do that I just can't do in the Army. And so that's kind of my take on that kind of situation. And it's kind of is, you know, tough to take some of the criticism of people saying, oh yeah, the economy this, and you know, you're wasting your life away and all blah blah blah. But I'm just ready to do things for myself, and do this all on my own. But I know people in the Army that have gotten out and found great jobs and enjoy their life much better than they did when they were in the Army, or in the military for that matter. And of course there are still people who out there who do get out of the Army and struggle. So it's just going to be a case-by-case basis. I'm not going to go and listen to people saying that all these people have failed when they're not paying attention to those who've succeeded. And that's what I want. I'm going to put myself into that bracket. I'm going to place myself up there and apply myself and be one of those ones who succeed. Alright, so thinking about all those things I was just talking about earlier, about how everybody, says if you don't stay in the Army, you're destined to fail and everything. Well, it's almost kind of got me pumped to really prove all those people wrong. And this, I'm kind of documenting all my whole experience of getting out of the military on here on my channel and everything like that. So, I really want to be able to prove everybody wrong and let them see it, for themselves on here, that, wow, look at this guy, he went out and applied himself and showed us all and everything like that. So today, I'm really going to bona fide myself towards that goal and everything. And it's one of the things I'm going to do right now. Right now, I'm going home so that I can maybe clean up some more of that TA50 stuff, so I can maybe try again either tomorrow or the next day. And at the same time, I'm going to build a real strong resume, and I'm going to start submitting it. Man, I totally missed it back there for you guys. It would have been an awesome little clip. Some dude over there on the side of the road just holding a sign with a giant pot leaf on it. It says medical at the top, and he's just in there smoking a cigarette. Well, might not even been a cigarette. So I don't know if he was like, kind of a thing where you can pull up and like a legal drug deal going on right there for medical marijuana. I don't know. That was pretty crazy. The world sure is changing. Alrighty, so I've completed my resume. This is actually my basic resume for like if I am not applying to any specific job, then I just have something to give to an employer to get a general idea of my experience and everything. But I think it looks pretty professional. Pretty sure you guys can't read it, but it's not really that important unless you guys got some great employment for me to do after I go to the Army. Then just let me know and I'll send you a resume. But I feel pretty confident about it. I still need to kind of do maybe a couple of job-specific ones to a couple of jobs that I want to apply for. And I try to want to maybe tonight at least apply for one job online. And then also try to do one job-specific one maybe tonight and take it into one of the places I want to try to apply for, which is the convoy simulator on base to be an instructor. So that's one of the big jobs I really would like to get. Here's the stuff that got kicked back. Not too bad though, really. A couple of stuff I just have to mark off my name. I got this thing right here. It was a little bit damp still, so I got kicked back for that. So I probably sleeping back, had a couple little greasy spots still from sweating or whatever the heck it was, and a couple of little minor things that just have some little spots here and there. But I think I got gypped on one of them. There's the Gore-Tex pants, and I remember having them at the table when I did it there, because I remember pulling them out thinking it was the wet weather pants, and it wasn't, and then I had to dig through and find the wet weather pants and turn those in. And then I got towards the end and started putting stuff up, and they were like, "Oh, do you have your Gore-Tex pants? They were like the cold weather ones." And I was like, "Yeah, didn't I give them to you?" He was like, "No, huh." I think I got gypped because I could have sworn I remember seeing them, and now I suddenly don't have them, so I'm going to have to probably buy a pair of those. And they're not too expensive, but it's the point. Alrighty, well, I fulfilled my goal for tonight. I successfully enrolled in a job fair for a bunch of security stuff and everything with Lockheed Martin and a bunch of other things. And also applied for one job. I applied for a job with Homeland Security. So we'll see how that goes. Submit the resume and everything. But other than that, that pretty much completes my day here. Tomorrow I'll go back to clearing. Also cleaning up some of that gear so I can try again. I might try again after the weekend because there's a couple things I need to buy. And I think I'm going to wait until after the weekend, make sure everything's really good and clean, and then buy a few things that I need to replace and stuff. So, but otherwise, appreciate you guys watching once again, and I will check you guys out tomorrow. See ya.